up, YouTube?
Welcome back to David and Carmen VSG.
David and Carmen.
Just want to start out by saying, first of all, thank you to all of our new subscribers. Welcome to the weight loss community if you're new to the community, and good luck on your journey. And if you've been here for a while but you're new to our channel, welcome and thank you for subscribing. Welcome to our family. Today is our 6-month surgiversary. Yay!
6 months, that's great.
We've been on this journey technically for a year because we had to do 6 months of pre-op, but we've been, hoops to jump through. But we did learn a lot in that time, and I'll talk about that in just a minute. But we both had surgery on January 22nd, 2015, and today is July 22nd, 2015. So we've hit that 6-month mark. We both had surgery at Puget Sound Surgical Center with Dr. Eric Harris in Edmonds, Washington. He did my surgery first, and then
You got me, yeah.
a lot has happened in the last 6 months, and we're going to tell you about a good bit of it, so this video might get a little long. We'll try not to keep you too long. But I know a lot of you are probably curious right off the bat to know what our numbers are after 6 months. So do you want to go first?
I had a high weight of 350, surgery weight, it was 331, and my weight today is 238.
Yeah!
I was happy to get past 250. I haven't weighed that since 1990, but I'm below it and I'm happy, and it's really a great thing, you know. Just need to build muscle and drink more water. I was kind of dehydrated the other day. I had to go get some IVs and stuff, but you gotta keep up with that because it's hot here too in North Carolina, so you have to really hydrate rather. But
See, you say you don't like to talk on these things. All I wanted you to do was give the numbers, and you just go on and on and on about stuff we're going to talk about later.
Your turn.
All right, so my high weight was 253, and on the day of surgery, I weighed in at 241, and my current weight today is 175 even. And that's
awesome.
Yeah, so as David said, we are back in North Carolina. We moved, we left Washington on June 19th, so just over a month ago that we left. Had an awesome road trip across the country.
Very cool.
Very cool. Saw a lot of really awesome stuff. Made the trip with our nephew Riley. So Riley, if you're watching, I know you're a subscriber now, so hey bud. In fact, I've got some video to put together, and maybe I'll get that done now that we've got most of our remodel done here on the house, and I'll have a little free time to just work on that. So we're living in North Carolina. We're back in our old house that we've owned since 1998.
Yeah.
Well, you've owned it since 1998.
You've lived here too.
I have. We are both unemployed at the moment, but
fingers crossed. We're
yeah,
the good Lord shining some prayers.
Job hunting right now.
It's
but
tough.
Luckily, we don't eat much, so
Yeah.
we don't have to worry about that. We've definitely, I mean, obviously that's a big change moving across the country. It has been a big change just since our last video. And I have to say, I don't know how many times over the course of the trip and in the last month since we've moved, we've had to be very active. We're redoing the house, so we've painted everything. And I know at one point I was on the floor painting the baseboards, and I was like, wait a minute, I can bend all the way over to do this. Like,
I can squat and get down and do things and get on my knees and it not hurt. And it's amazing what 110 pounds is gone. I mean, you try to carry that around for a while since you lost it, you know, and just see what a burden it puts on you, you know. It's
One thing that hasn't changed in 6 months are these little guys. Cherry's over there sleeping, but Sunny here wanted to be up here seeing what we're doing. You looking at the camera, getting your pets on? So we've had more NSVs than we can count. You know, I remember the day that I realized that a normal sized towel would fit all the way around me. That was a good day. David has mentioned tying his shoes.
yeah.
You know, go ahead.
Wearing an extra large shirt.
Oh yeah, instead of like when we were out shopping, you know, when we came across the country and you were looking for shirts and it was, oh wait a minute, I don't have to go over here. I can actually get any shirt that I want because they have my size. Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
So because of getting healthier, there's another big milestone coming up this week. David turns 50! What? Yep, coming up in just a few days. We're having a party this weekend. And he'll be alright. He'll be alright. Come here. I love this man. But we're gonna do tacos because being in the South, we celebrate everything with food. And you know, we can try to break that habit for ourselves, but the other people around here ain't having that shit. You having food. It's gonna be a Mexican themed party, so we're having like a taco bar and like nachos and his birthday cake. Our friend Rusty is making him a tres leches birthday cake. So
Wow.
yeah, we try to do well and eat right 90% of the time, but you know, this is a big special occasion and by God, I'm gonna have a few bites of cake. I'm not gonna overdo it and, you know, get a piece of cake as big as my head, but I'm also not gonna feel guilty about enjoying your birthday cake.
No, I'm glad.
And then,
Oh, yes.
so
50. I'll be 50.
So in addition to all that yummy food, we're gonna have margaritas.
Hey, nice.
Yep. So one of the things that we said when we first started this journey was we're gonna wait a year before we drink. Not gonna have anything for a year. That's gone out the window. We don't drink every
Can't have a
weekend.
beer, but you know, I used to love beer, but you know, I hadn't tried to drink a beer, but I don't think I could do it because I can't drink carbonation.
Yeah.
But
You
I've
tried
had-
like a hard cider.
Yeah, and that's kind of tough, you know, but to enjoy it. But I can enjoy a Long Island iced tea or a margarita, so
Nope.
just for a moment.
There you go. So it's definitely not something that we make a habit of, but we did have a few drinks when we went on the cruise, and then since we've been back, well, we had a going away party in Washington where we both had a few drinks, and then since we've been back, we've had some celebrations and seeing old friends and stuff, and having a few drinks there. So margaritas tend to sit with us pretty well. Long Island iced teas for this guy, so we're gonna have margaritas at the party, and of course everyone else is always BYOB is welcome. It's less liquor I have to buy, so. David mentioned one of our big challenges since surgery a little bit earlier was staying hydrated.
Yeah, it's number one, you know, get dizzy and I got, like I said, I had to go into the ER and get some IVs and had a infection too, so kidney infections.
Which was probably caused by kind of a chronic state of dehydration. So we're both trying to get more water in, because what we found when we were being so active and painting was we'd be down on the floor painting and we'd stand up and like see spots, and our vision kind of, you know, you get that tunnel vision like you're gonna pass out. So those are all definite signs of dehydration, and so we've had to be more vigilant about that. It is a lot hotter here than what we were used to out in Washington. However, I have to say, I stay cold all the time. We're in the house right now. We've got the AC actually on like 76 or 77. Like, it's not cold, like, but I'm freezing. My feet are like icicles, and I actually go outside to get warmed up because like, I think it feels good when it's 95 degrees outside now, which is really weird. And
Yeah, it is.
it is weird. But I went for a walk one night and took our little girl Sunny that was just up here on our laps and just about killed her. She definitely, I didn't think it was hot, but apparently she did. And that walk was just a couple houses too long for her, because about 2 doors down she just laid down and was not getting back up. And I carried her in here and got her some water and laid her next to the vent so she could cool off, and she was fine in just a couple of minutes. But she was like, "What the hell have you done, Mama?" I will also say that we have not gotten on the workout bandwagon.
No, we need to bad, and we going to.
Yeah.
Just kind of get it established here and start doing some push-ups or something, or some running in place. I don't know. We need to do something.
Something.
Movement.
Yeah.
You gotta have movement.
Well, there, like when we were on our trip.
Or you're gonna have loose skin, real.
Yeah.
Loose,
Oh yeah,
loose skin.
I got plenty of that going on
Vein
for everybody.
veins and-
But you know what? And people tell us all the time, "Oh my God," you know, especially people that haven't seen us here for a while. "Oh, you're so skinny. You're so skinny." And I'm like, we're not skinny. We're just smaller than we were. Like, we're not skin and bones. I mean, we've got skin, but like, it's not. Especially when people tell us, they'll say something like, "Oh, I was such and such a size when you guys left and I was fat, but I lost some weight. You guys look great and you're still bigger than they said they were when they were fat." And it's just like, so when you were smaller than I am now, you considered yourself fat, but you're calling me skinny now. Like, hello, would you just love yourself already? So, anyway, and people here obviously, or they like to eat.
I ain't gonna say about. Yeah, they like to eat. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's Washington was definitely a little more outdoorsy and health conscious, and let's get fit and let's go exercise. And I've had a few invitations here, friends that want to go walk and stuff, but for the most part, it's definitely a different culture.
It's a junk
here.
food heaven. There's so many restaurants here, so much food, so much junk, just everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so easy. There's
Yeah.
so many places here.
Yeah.
But they get good restaurants too, but it's just so much and so easy, accessible.
And we've tried when we go out to eat, because people like to go out to eat, to make good choices, split dishes, and order something with a side of vegetables instead of fries and stuff like that. So we're learning how to adapt and stay in there. So I did want to. My phone's over there. I'll be right back. On Facebook, we had someone who asked a question on our David and Carmen VSG page. So if you want to go there, and sometimes that gets updated a little more often than the videos do. But Gay and Billy Hunter, Gay specifically asked, "Have either of you hit a stall?" This was one of her questions. Have you hit it?
No, I haven't hit a stall. Occasional 3 or 4 weeks staying at the same, you know, up and down the same, couple pounds here or there, but usually I'll lose 5 or 7 pounds all of a sudden, you know, and you know, just don't weigh every day, and you want, you know, just pick a time a week to weigh, once a week or twice a week, 3 times, you know, that way you're not analyzing it every day and expecting more out of what you're getting, you know.
Yeah, I would say that too, that if you don't weigh yourself every day and just weigh yourself weekly, bi-weekly, even monthly, Gay's only 9 weeks out, so I totally get you want to weigh yourself every single day, because that's
day. Yeah, I did
we
that too.
yeah, we did it too, and we just tried not to let it consume us with you know, like that number was what was important. We tried to focus on other ways to measure our success if the scale wasn't doing what we wanted it to do. The month before we left Washington, which would have been like from the time we got back from the cruise to Alaska, which was mid-May, until we left mid-June, I bounced between 186 and 188, and I think the last day that I weighed myself, I was back up to 188, and I was eating a lot of convenience food and stuff then. I did actually lose weight on the cruise, but then once we got home, I don't know what was going on, but I wasn't losing anything. So we packed up the scale, and we didn't weigh ourselves until, what, a week ago? 2 weeks ago, maybe?
Yeah.
We got back on the scale, and I was like, you know what, it's just gonna be the same, because I was in a stall and I haven't really done anything different. We've still been eating out, eating convenience food. And I got on it, and I had lost 12 pounds on our trip across the country. And I can say that I was walking about 12,000 steps a day, and didn't really have a routine, but we were in the car a lot driving, and so I didn't have a chance to snack, and we were trying to make healthier choices on our snacking and stuff, I guess. But yeah, so I just waited a month before I weighed myself again, and I had lost 12 pounds. So I would say if you're in a stall, don't worry about it. Just keep doing what you know is the right thing to do. Follow your surgeon's plan. Talk to some fellow weight loss surgery patients and see if they, you know, what they did to get out of the stall. And I think most of the time that they'll tell you, just keep doing what you're supposed to be doing. Eat protein first, hydrate, and exercise, move your body, and eventually that stall will break.
She asked what our
oh yeah, Gay also
source of protein.
Yeah, Gay also asked, what's your number one source of protein? What do you like to eat for protein?
I like that protein shake. You know, that's.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna grab one out of the fridge there. Yeah. So Premier Protein. This is actually like a half one that's probably no good anymore. We need to go and get some more of those. But protein shakes first thing in the morning, or these protein drinks, are kind of the way we like to kickstart our day. My protein goal for the day is about 80 grams of protein. So if I can get this in first thing, then I usually don't have to supplement throughout the rest of the day with any kind of drinks, because I can get another 50 in no problem from the food I'm eating.
And we also like to use Greek yogurt. We love that. Mm-hmm. Chicken thighs, not chicken breasts, because they're so dry and hard to digest, hard to get down. Mm-hmm. Just steak or ground beef, ground turkey.
Yeah, any kind of ground meat is pretty easy to digest, and if Gay's at 9 weeks, she's probably still in the
soup or chili.
Yeah, kind of. You're probably still in like the mushy stage, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what your surgeon's plan was, but I think at that point we were still kind of in mushy phase, or just starting a solid food phase. We still eat a lot of chili, especially him. He loves it. Wendy's chili has been a godsend. Like it's a small for me is the perfect size portion, and it does have a lot of protein and fiber in it because of the beans. I like to eat beans. They do have a lot of fiber in them and therefore a lot of carbs. And some people, you know, the food police and the weight loss community like to get on us about the carbs. But there's a little trick that our nutritionist told us. So when you're looking at your protein thing here, let me get up close here. So it's going to tell you how many grams of protein is in your drink or in your food. So multiply that by 10, and that number should be close to the total number of calories. So this is 30 grams of protein. So if I multiply that by 10, that would be 300. This only has 160 calories in it. So that's a great ratio. I could even, with 30 grams of protein, I could even eat up to 300 grams or 300 calories. And still have a good ratio, and the rest of those calories that aren't coming from the protein can come from fat or carbs. Our nutritionist doesn't really care where they come from. So we have started eating some more carbs. When we got here, we wanted tomato sandwiches.
Pimento cheese sandwich.
And pimento cheese sandwiches, and
a little bread, you know.
That you can't have a tomato sandwich or a pimento cheese sandwich on anything but old-fashioned Merita white bread. So that's what we bought, is some white bread. And it's been about 2 weeks, and that loaf is about only about halfway gone, maybe a third, 2/3 gone.
Yeah.
But you know, so we're not chowing down and eating like a loaf of bread in a couple days or anything. But that is something we have introduced back into our diet here. But, yeah, so I'm thinking about doing, so Gay, those were some of our top things. I'm also thinking about doing like a favorites video of other foods and things. You know, if you've seen our other favorite videos, it's beauty items, foods, other things that we found along the way. Do what?
Beauty.
Oh, you're so pretty. But you got anything else pressing that you want to tell
I don't think so.
the world about?
I'm just glad to be home, and glad to be home.
Yep.
Thank God.
David loved living in Washington, can you tell?
It was a great adventure.
It was an adventure, and we have tons of friends that we love and miss out there, but it is nice to be home near family, even though we weren't home an hour before the drama started. Jesus. But
well,
anyway.
Dysfunctional is what dysfunctional does.
It is what it is.
So,
but we love our family, we love our friends here, and we are definitely glad to be back on the East Coast. And now we just got to find jobs, so keep your fingers crossed for us there.
come on. Help us out,
Come
Lord.
on. But
Thank you.
anyway, we love you, YouTube. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. Maybe we'll do a question and answer video coming up. And we're probably not going to do another update video for a month or so, because at this point, I think we're both pretty happy with where we're at. And if we lose weight over the course of a week or a month, yay. And if we don't, yay. We're both pretty happy.
Yeah.
So, you know, and that's what
I'm happy.
that's what it's all about. So, yeah, put in the comments below if you have questions that we didn't cover, if you want to see a specific topic or body shots or what our scars look like or anything like that. Put it down below and we'll put it in a future video, and we will talk to you soon. Peace.
Peace.